And welcome to my first park tour in Planet Coaster 2, and we are starting with potentially the best park at the moment in Planet Coaster 2. It is Wilderness Springs by the wonderful Timberwolf. It is the most subscribed item, park or creation, whatever you want, in the workshop, and there is a very good reason for that. That's gonna be a tour which is somewhat of a tour, somewhat of a showcase, because there's a lot to talk about why I think this project is something Aston can be really proud of, because it does show why Planet Coaster 2 is so different, or can be so different in the future, I should say, and where the huge potential lies in this game, especially versus the first Planet Coaster game. But there is more to it than just a couple of things that showcase this. This is a wonderfully created park. It is an ongoing creation. He's still working on it, changing things, ripping apart things, putting them back together, because it's kind of a living thing. But without further ado, let's get started, and we do start on the water park side of things. Just a quick reminder, this park is separated into two areas. Let's have a look how that actually turned it out. As you can tell from above, on the left hand side we have the theme park area, on the right hand side there's a grand hotel with a water park next by it, and in the middle there's kind of a highway, a road that separates both areas, so that's why we're going to start right over here to the right hand side, and without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, we're on the ground, we are in explore mode, and as you can tell, there is the entrance to the water park. Well, we are not going in just yet, because I want to show you something really cool that Aston did. As you can tell, there's a bus over here driving around. So this is basically the bus tour, as you can tell, and the bus tour is used to potentially simulate how people would be coming in here, and, you know, they're driving around the parking lots, which I think is a beautiful idea to add some realism and just make the whole thing work. I do remember that at the time where Aston built this, we were not able to put something on these buses, so it was still the flat rides. Back in the day, couldn't be used with scenery pieces, so maybe by now Aston can also rework them and make them, turn them into some different buses if he wanted to. But yeah, I like the fact that they're going around here, adding that bit of realism. Also, I do love all the foliage usage over here, all these planters, these kind of realistic, you know, just in general, realistic areas around here are super nice. So if we go here, you can see there's a very nice entrance area. We do have some gates over here with a lot of guiding rails, you know, making sure that people behave well. There are some desks over here where you put your backpacks, actually, if they control them, and then you can just go in. A couple of these laundry bags kind of thing, or maybe these are bigger bin, you know, these kind of bins where you put down your sometimes, you know, like bottles or so, if you're not allowed to bring your own bottles, I guess. But also, just saying, the performance in this park is ridiculous. Not sure how he managed to have such a huge park, and yet I'm literally having over 110 FPS. I think there's not even a park. As soon as I put down a piece in my parks, it's below 100. Whatever. It's really great to see. Tell me a secret, Aston. I don't want to know what that is. But yeah, you can tell you're coming in here. You've got this very nice entrance area. This is something I used to forget. That most parks in the world used to have this kind of pre-entrance, if you will. Like, there's the actual entrance, which is kind of the more or less like where, you know, the management stuff is done, the organizational stuff is done, sorting all the people and so on. And then you have got a pre-entrance with exactly this, restrooms, space to gather around, you know, people and families making sure to meet up, or even friends that, you know, used to enter after each other, not at the same time potentially. And then this is the space where you meet up again. And I do like the way how Aston has really done a great job of having these water features over here. I do believe this is by the usage of pools. Maybe. I mean, the water looks good. Could be the pools, could also be not. I'm not sure if he did change it after the update with changing water textures and so on, but like, very good usage. You're mad, are you? Okay. So going in, you also have this wonderful, almost like Viking pirate mix kind of entrance. It's so Aston style. I cannot pinpoint what exactly that is, but this kind of messy, yes, yet nice looking, somewhat Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, but then again mixed in with some Northern American kind of lodge vibe. I don't know, he's got a very specific vibe going on. And there's one building specifically that reminds me of the building that Aston did for Isla Nopali back in the day. If I remember, I'm going to put this building from Isla Nopali in, so you see the comparison, because it's so cool to have. But yeah, now we're in, and you can see there's a lot of weenies looking at us. There is one giant slide on the right-hand side. It's Odin's Leap, We've got the Wade pool to our left and the Thunder Bay, which potentially is back in the day, back there with all the stones. Wonderful, having Wilderness Springs, like WS as a sign on top there. Very nice. I do love this view over here. Also, like some climbing stones over here, climbing walls. Very cool. Then there's also Cat's Cove and Driftwood. Very cool. Mr. Chief Beef Belief doing his thing. Oh gosh, I really love that. Really, really love that. Not sure where we should go, but we can also grab ourselves maybe like a bit of a plan or something. Anyways, going further in, I must say I love that. This is one of the few occasions where in this game the colorfulness, the saturation does actually help more than it bothers me, because it does really fit. Look at them. Oh my, have you seen that? Just like magically changed to that's not meant to be. Like the changing rooms are here, mate. How did you do that? This works surprisingly well. Just using that bare desk stand over here with that like canopy, and that is, I would never do that because I was like, oh no, I need to theme it, but that just apparently works very neat. Also, I'm loving that little kids splash area. Gosh, I hope we are getting something like that. I almost want to say it's a given because they cannot do it without, and they have done so wonderful animations with kids in the past, specifically in Planet Zoo with these little educational areas. I'm sure they should do that. But yeah, look at that. Can we also actually go into a pool? Oh yeah, we can. That is so cool. I think pressing E will bring us into, oh my god, out of this. Oh my god, this is not what I meant. I don't want to break the illusion, so we're just going to go all the way back over here. Let me just grab the camera, first person. There we go. I was just wondering if I hit E, can I just enter that then? No, okay, I need to, hold on. Can I, yeah, there you go. Maybe now? Where do I need to point? Okay, well, I don't want to go into here too. Oh god. This is, like, I love how, actually, this is something I also didn't do, but like putting the slide in the water does help to sell the immersion a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, standing up here, but you know, that's not Essence fault. Gosh, I love that. But why we are so fast? I want to go slower, by the way. Is there a way to go slower? I mean, it's funny that we can jump now, and we have that little water effect. Just, I love that. Woo! Okay, fine. But yeah, so we have this wonderful pool area. There's a huge water zipping out of this water tower, which is the illusion. Then we have another little stand over here to give you some sunscreen. To support, to secure yourself, and then you can go through over here. You've got these buoys, or actually not, is that, are these buoys? I don't know, or like these separation items. It's funny though, you could technically get them not to go here now with the barriers, because as their barriers work, you can also use them in pools, which I figured lately. That is super, super cool. Also, I'm trying to move my camera as slow as I can, but apparently, the fact that the performance is so good, paired with you know, the fact that I can't go slower than that. I'm wondering if there's a way. Hold on. There's like walk. Wait, hold on. Run, walk. Oh, wait. Ah, okay. This is, I am not meant to hold anymore. Okay, I did not know. And interact is not on E, it's just on pressing. Okay, so run is just a constant. That's something I didn't knew so far. Like, in the old game, you needed to constantly hold down shift in order to run, but now you can just press it once and you switch the mode from running to slow going, walking. I wanna go on that slide, mate. Can I just go over here and click again on that? Let me see. And I can't interact because I'm not up there. That's a shame. That's a shame. Do I need to go from, there you go. Now we made it. Woo! Look at that! Bam! We're down here again. I'm happy that works. I'm happy that works, guys. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Wonderful. Okay. So as we've been in this pool, I don't want to make this tour crazy long because I want to show you around also the theme park. So that's why we're not going to go on all the slides. I just wanted to see if we can go on one. But I want to go to Thunder Bay, first of all. Thunder Bay is that one over here where Chief Beef is again doing the thing. We've got a huge wave pool with the wonderful hotel in the background. That looks gorgeous and so realistic, and I love that. So, there we have some slides over here. This seems to be Odin's Leap, right? So can I click on that one here? Can I just click here and then just be there? Or do I need to go wait, hold on. If the climb stairs. There you go. Okay, that's how it goes. Does it also work if I do it now? Okay, it does work. Well, that was a bit odd, but it does work now. He's not done with the park here. Can we just start? Hello? How about starting? Can you go away down there? I wanna go down this scary ride. Look, there's the pool where we've just been with the splash area. So how about riding this ride? Or are we just meant to sit up here? Do I need to click again? No. Can you clear the area down there? It is... Oh my god. I didn't want to... Oh, now I'm down. How the heck did this happen? Anyways, can I just do that again? Hold on. Hold on. We can do it. No, okay. It's not like this. Jeez. Doing tours is not so easy if you are a novice in that one. I'm stupid. Not sure what exactly is going on here, but like that way we are going to get to know this park even better. So click to be up here. Wonderful. Can I go to this side? Oh wait, look, I can walk up here. I can walk instead of run. Okay, let's take the left hand side and see if that works. Click and wait, hold on. Is there a way to go? Open test details. Start test. Yay! Whee! We are test dummy. Okay, not sure. I thought that one was open, but it apparently wasn't. Okay, so can I get off here? Stop test. Okay, I'm off this one. Good. So they definitely need to change something about this. I want to do this without actually needing the UI all the time. We also have Odin's. No, that's Handel's pass. Let's check out what that is. That looks like something bigger with that statue. Look, there is a end area. I want to see what that end area does. Okay, this is the slide. I want to definitely go on that with the new physics. Yes, let's do that. So there's another stair. Oh, that's hidden in here. Ah, okay, that's another one that goes up there. Okay, anyways, but I want to... I'm quicker than you. Let's see. And bam. And bam. And bam. Oh, there we go. Up there. Which is like a little hiccup there. Can I jump into you? Into the boat? I'm the last person you need. Yay! Look at that. We can go. We can start. I filled in the group. It was me. It was me. No, there's something to be fixed. Why is this thing so weird up here? Ah, there you go. Fixed it. Woo! And now we go. Whoa! Wobble, wobble. Oh gosh, that's so cool with the wiggle now with that slide. Yay! So freaking fun. And then we go here. Yay! Slide around the corner. And can we make it up here? Can we? Ooh, it's so slow. It's so slow. I want to see what's behind me. Oh no, we're gonna backwards. Woo! Okay, actually, this is super fun because I don't know the ride, so that's relatively realistic to not exactly know what's happening. And there we go. We are down there. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. Am I out of this one? Okay, hold on. I want to leave the ride and click away. Oh yeah, that's how it works. Okay, again, they have to fix that. That's a bit of a shame, to be honest, because that would be so freaking cool if you could do that like without actually having all these slides always, all these UI always to be here. Look at that one. We're not going to ride all of these, but that's so cool. There are also some more racing slides over here. Look at this one. Yay! Woo! Yeah, the new physics, they really do sell it. Let's see if we can see someone else coming down here. That should be a very nice corner over there, but it seems to not that many people going down here. It's a shame. It's a shame. Okay, but I think we are mostly done already with the water park side of things. He's clapping around the ride attendant. I want to go around just one more time to see what we find else in here. There are the slides we just went down to. This is Odin's Leap. We've been here. We've done that. That was good. That was good. Some changing rooms, restrooms. And then this time around, we path over this area. Go back through here. I know now. I watched a couple of the episodes that Aston had done, and he was complaining in one of the episodes that he's been not too happy with the way how the layout of the pathing was done. And I think I kind of understand now what he meant by creating some of the dead ends over here. Though I don't find it so bad, because if you kind of take the hotel as like a main piece and you have to build around it, maybe that's the reason why. Gosh, I love the way that you can climb over here. Such a clever use of the... these are the things from the curtains. Oh, that's such a clever use. That's such a clever use. I'm gonna steal that right away. Okay, but yeah, as I said, I'm not even that mad about the layout. I mean, I do get what he meant. because you always have these dead ends on the left and right side. It's very annoying to walk that way this way, and you don't have better connections between the areas. But again, in a hotel area like that, sometimes it is the way. So this is the building I meant. This reminds me a lot of the building that he did for me in Eastern Napali, with a slightly raised area over here, having the staircases in the front, and then, I mean, this looks technically and practically a lot better. Oh, these are fake. Aston, you sneaky boy. You fooled me. I thought they were real, and we just like slapping a little rail in the middle. Gosh, I'd love that, but no, actually this is the ramp to go up here. Okay, fine. What I do love is like this area here. Look, such a clever usage. I mean, look at the pathway. That's horrible. I mean, I know you needed to do that, but oh my god. This is really, but like, look at the stools in front of it. I love that. It just gives you that kind of beach bar vibe, even though it's not a beach kind of theme. It does work very, very well, and I'm super happy with how that turned out. Oh, again, very clever. Can we use these things, by the way? Can we jump from these? Is there a way to interact these? No. Oh gosh, I want to be able to jump from these things. I want the jumping boards to be usable. That's also why it's deeper. Got it. Okay, but that is actually very clever to hide these things. Is there a person maybe going to have a jump here? Are you climbing up there and doing it? Oh yeah, let's just quickly run around. Again, that is such a... Yay! That is so fun. I mean, it's kind of a pain that they wobble, which realistically they should do, being a jumping board, but it would be technically better to not, or like to be able to disable it, to just make these jumping platforms then. That would be cool. So this is Cat's Cove. What is Cat's Cove? I mean, we've got a couple of kids things over here, which is good. Let's have a look what Cat's Cove is. Also, if you hear these little sniffing or so, I'm, allergic to pollen, and oh boy, it is so warm and not rainy outside that this is gonna make me feel the pain. Oh, look at that. We have this is the waiting area. We can actually, let's just quickly go through. Look at that. This is where the lighting again shines very nicely. I like literally, but also from a visual standpoint. Hello, what are you doing there? Can I meet you over there? No, I can't. That's a shame. I don't even know why the Explore Cam doesn't let me just cross over here. That would be so good. We're far away. Like, this is a very calm area. If you want to get a bit of a calmer area, this is very nice. I suppose this is the way that we will need to take to get over to the theme park. I wonder if he's done a bit of signage or so. This is a welcome area, so that's definitely the exit then. So let's have a look where we go. Ooh, that's so good. All the planting and so on, very nicely done. You can actually see that he didn't do this all with the brush, because they are also sometimes too neatly placed to be done only with the brush. So that is very nice. I really would love that people would use these areas, like these lazy rivers, a lot better than they actually do. Can we swim in this? Oh, but at least we are swimming. Okay, that is very interesting. I've also not seen people diving, by the way. I mean, technically they dive when they jump into the water, but they don't actively dive. This is also something that could be a thing in the future. Okay, but this is where Cat's Cove was. So there are two of the kiddie slides. And then if we go over here, just stop running because that is a bit too annoying, a bit too quick. This is where we go. That reconnects to the park, but we do actually want to get out of here and go over into the theme park. Look at that, even with some closed up gates. Okay, now we do sprint a little because we have insane stamina and we can just do it, okay, after we've been swimming around a lot. Yeah, I wonder, like, this is what I said. Again, it's definitely not Aston's fault, but I would love to be able to just set a rule that after here, like this area, if you pass this area, you're not allowed to go in beachwear anymore, because it just kind of breaks the illusion a little from like these areas, and then people still roam around your park. I have the same in Hanseatic Dreamland, that like everyone is roaming around the park in complete bath suits and so on. Does really feel odd, to be honest, and yeah. Where does this lead us? I thought that's going to lead to the other side. Oh, there's some buses. So maybe that actually does lead us to the other side. Look, this is these are the spawners. So there is another parking lot. Yay, look at that. There's the theme park. There's the other side. Can we get through here? Is there a way? Is that from the hotel, actually? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, that is so cool. I saw that earlier, and oh boy, I got so crazy backflash from me being in the US and with my wife, and like in general, these American hotels, not only in the US, but also in Paris, for example. Oh, look at the usage there of the decals to make it a bit broken down there. I love that. Gosh, the sci-fi pack will give us so much more options to do backstage stuff and so on. I love that. People have been falsely, in my opinion, accused that pack of not being very helpful. But with the scaling option, trust me, it's going to be very, very, very nice, especially when it comes to making backstage stuff, electrical stuff, all these kind of things, you know, beeping and blinking lights and, you know, burps. Yeah, this is what I meant. This over here, this gives me these kind of crazy backflash. Like if we like these typical American giant hotel entries, you go in there and then this is where you're supposed to drive, and then you stop here, they get your bags and they get your luggage and all this kind of stuff, and you have that feeling of, yes, now it's holiday, now holiday is starting, and they're so nice to you, and they're like, hey, shall we park your car? And then they have this driver parking your car, and you can just go in, and then afterwards you get the key brought to your house, to your room, and everything is done. They tell you where they park the car, and oh, it's just like, this is so not German, you know. It's maybe very high class German if you want to, but nah, Germans are a little bit more, you know, doing all themselves, and they're not like awfully friendly all the time, despite, like, I do know that all the Americans, they also have shitty days and so on, and they don't want to be awfully crazy, kind of polite the whole day and nice and so on, and they just do it because it's a cultural thing. Hold on, what just happened? What happened, Planet Coaster? Jesus Christ, why are you doing this to me? Okay, I gotta find where we were. That's there. I'm just gonna sneak myself now in here. So this is where we were. I'm sorry, that was a weird little bug to find. What just happened there? Okay, never mind then. But we are back in, and I do know what Aston did over here. He basically did not connect the pathings to avoid people roaming around everywhere, because this is just like the huge street, and he didn't want to have the people on the street. We also have a monorail roaming around. It is in shuttle mode at the moment, so not really... Oh, there you go. What a timing. I didn't see that there. Anyways, it's passing by. I love also how Aston has also put some other hotels in the back. And then, what is that, like... Waffle House. Oh, there's a Waffle House. Look at that. So cool. Then we've got La De Love, a little stand over here, all by the side. All like we've also a fuel station with wheels, and we do have a lemonade stand. What's that? Greek side lemonade. Oh my god. I want one. Can we just get one? Hello? Why there's there no one? Okay. Then there's this fuel station. Very realistic, very nice. And I mean, you know... Oh wait, he didn't even do the pumps. Oh my god. Okay, so we go over, and then we've got this bumper cars over here. Bumper cars being in test mode, because again they're just like side on the side. Wait, this is another fake one. And I fell for it. Yet again, I fell for it. And then we can see there is a wonderful coaster in the back, and we can even see the queue where the people are walking. I guess we are not able to go there, but we can have a look at the coaster from over here. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, that's sweet. Not very safe, I may say, but we're in the US, you know, it's not Germany, so we don't have the TÜV. The German TÜV has not been here. I hear the coaster. Where is the coaster? We're definitely going to ride it. Let's go backwards, so maybe we catch it still. Zoom in, dolly shot. Whee, we do it. Cool. This is also such a fun usage of the platforms for the slides. Obviously, he did not build a flume with them, but this looks like as if we have this wonderful pass over. Oh, gosh, we catch some very beautiful sights over here. There's the monorail passing by yet again, and then you see the Wilderness Springs stair. And well, hold on. Technically, no wait. Can I just sneak on that platform somehow? Dang it! Or maybe can I click? Yeah, I can. Look at that! I'm up here, and I can sneak myself in. And there's he did even put like a. Maybe you need to have them. I don't know, but there's like the beginning of a slide, so maybe just to have certain things up here. I was able to sneak up here. Okay, can I go back down here like this? Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, that was good, but I can't just get over there anymore, right? Yeah, that was very clever of me. Hold on, can I jump maybe? Bam, 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 bam. No, I can't. Okay, well, you see the park from above way too often because of my stupidity, but that's what you have to deal with, okay? So, there is another wonderful building over here, which I don't even know what exactly that is, but that looks like a very typical kind of house, or maybe it's a restaurant. What is that? Hold on. What is this? This looks very cool. It looks like it could be a restaurant though, but it looks very good. Looks very cool. And then there's the Pirate Diner. Maybe this is a restaurant and that one is too. Stone Stair Tavern. Can we go in here? No, okay, never mind. I thought maybe there's something in. But I mean, the facade itself is already pretty nice. Then we've got the pals over here. That gives you chipped ham, Frenchy fry, or sweet tea. Lovely, I would take all of it. Do I have a sip to drink here? I have. Look at that. Currently, I'm trying some, how would you say that in English? It's like cold brew tea. What's that? I mean, this is literally the translation, what I meant, but, okay then, let me, I think I really got what Eston meant with the layout of the park and that he needs to build on that. Like, let's go here now. Okay, Wilderness Springs is here. Use all lanes. I'll definitely gonna do. Can I still pass? Yeah, I can pass here. Okay. So, let's quickly... Oh, this is why all lanes. That's like a huge parking lot. Not fully done yet, but as I said, it's a live-in and breathe-in park, which is on the verge of being finished, I was about to say, but that's definitely not true. But it's actually going in Season 5 or Update 5. I don't know how Eston exactly said that. Look at that huge parking lot, by the way. That is insane. That is insane. We've got this bus tour over here, entrance area, and oh, look at that. So we can go oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to yeah, there you go. Look at that. I love that mine train, or is that like a, oh, it's not a mine train, but it's that wonderful trick train there on the left hand side coming down. Ooh, I love that. What a wonderful weenie that is. And also this inverted coaster over here. The sideline, Eston, you nailed it. I think I'm gonna do this as a thumbnail. Maybe. And there's the wolf. There's the Eston wolf. Oh, I love that. This is definitely the wolf statue. If we go back a little to zoom in, that's a wonderful shot over here, isn't it? I can jump up there and then just take a photo, whatever, like this. Okay, never mind. We go in, because otherwise the tour is going to be way too long. It's quite a sizable park already. That's a black hole, whatever that is. Then look at these custom turntables. I saw them, or turnstiles, or like I saw them already on the workshop. They are so cool, and I guess with the new scaling function, they may actually become even better. Look at the dude! Yay! They like each other. I love that. So we're here in the theme park area, and yet again, this whole Eston vibe comes in, but it looks very different to our super Viking lodge vibe kind of water park. This now is a classical American theme park area with a classic American Main Street. That's what I wanted to say. Look, we've got souvenirs, many little things for everyone. Knowing that souvenirs shops will come is so good. Then we also have the refreshment corner. We've got Latte Love with, oh, look at that coaster in the back. I love that. I should do more tours. It's so fun. It's so fun. The fresh popcorn machine. I love that popcorn machine. I'm not entirely sure if Eston did it himself or if he took that one from the workshop because, I mean, he totally is able to do it himself. But, oh, it's so good. Is there actually a shop in here, by the way? It's not really a shop in there. No, it's just a card. What is used for the... Can we scale these things so small? I mean, that is super clever to use these things as popcorn. Not gonna lie. It's a bit of a huge popcorn, but it does sell the idea. These kind of things, this is, like, looking at this may very well be a good update for this game. If they would do certain things like that, like, how do we phrase that? Maybe additional facilities or stuff like that? Like, you know, having these kind of very roadside, this could also include, like, drinking fountains and maybe these type of things, you know? It's like roadside or pathway additions, I guess, with like where you can grab a refreshment. Like usually you see these things also in queues, within queues, that like at the side of the queues you have a person handing some drinks. If like, for example, in the hotter or warmer areas they have like long queues, then you definitely would have certain things. God, this is the views over here, like with the water feature, and I do this way too seldom. having these water features in just gives the whole area such a different open spacious vibe, and I love that. I just love that. Okay, I have no idea where to go. I'm gonna go all the way to the right hand side. There's like a western kind of shooting range over here. Oh no, that's a souvenir shop kind of idea. Love that. I think this is the first. Is that a, what is that? Is that a coaster, or is this the Grand Falls monorail line? Okay, this is the monorail. We're not gonna ride the monorail though. This is the Palace Theater. See, I seeing these things, people doing these things as a fictional thing is always so great. But then again, it also hurts me so much that we don't have things like theaters or indoor like motion simulators and stuff like that. Would add so much to the game, and people building these parks like Aston does gives us again a reminder of what is needed. Like obviously these carousels over here, the swing carousel is so nice, but then you have like now showing a lot of the, what's that, a lot of the things, what's that, I can't read that, but Godfather 2 is that, yeah, Godfather 2, tickets, and having like a cinema, maybe 4D cinema, like all these classic things we had in old parks. And I do know that with the 3D first-person stuff, they would need to do all the inside, but isn't that exactly what we could expect from a game in 2025? Or 24, it doesn't matter. I think we could. There's a steakhouse, but then there's also outside this. That, my friends, this is ace. This thing over here is ace. God, I'm loving that. This is the absolute perfect coffee corner, wagon, vehicle, whatever you want to call that. Oh boy, I do love that thing. I want to do more of these. Like I did this kiosk, but I definitely need to do something smaller like this one too. I'm not going to steal that. I want to do something myself because this one is very American. I think I'm going to go a bit more of these kind of Airstreamer vibes, like these roundish things. They are typically, they're not typically German. I mean, not the ride itself, the trailer, but like the usage of them. It's kind of a bit hipster, but it's very cool. Then we've got this swing over here. Not sure if we shall ride it. I get dizzy from these things only looking at them. I can ride coasters all day, but these things, they just scare me. Okay, then again, we have the lemonade corner again. By the way, I do think reuse of these things is absolutely a great thing to do. To just make your parks a bit more alive and so on. Just copy things that you did like. Oh, look at that. This is like a maintenance shed over here. Ooh. It just adds so much to it. And then we've got some more basic facilities, basic restrooms with like these... oh god, it's so good. Push. I do push. Oh, it's gone. We just have that. Like, the Enchanted Forest. Oh god, I love the episode when he did this. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Actually, what I also have to say, Aston has put so many of the facilities around here. It's yet another thing. I don't do that often, and looking at the park, I should, because it really adds so much. Like every couple hundred meters, he's got a facility. So yeah, oh god, look guys, you come in here and like all the trees adding to it all, feeling a bit more in the shade, and these buildings, they look enchanted. Yes, they do. Look at all the details. Oh god, I'm loving it. Definitely kids would just run in here and have some fun. And then there's this kids wheel. Oh, and you can theme them now yourself, which is great. But we're not going to go on that one. There's the lemonade stand again. I have a little boat here. There's a waterfall with like very much fog and steam. Look at the sideline here with a coaster. God, I'm looking forward to riding this one. And also the wooden coaster, which is still on the list. This coaster over here looks also very interesting indeed. I suppose this is the queue. Let's go into the queue and skip the queue, as a good fellow German we do. Oh my god, this is very enchanted. Aston! Aston! What is happening here? Aston! Okay, never mind. Let's go in. Can I ride it? Ride it. Ride it on the storm. Oh my god, this is so cute! When we have this as a standard coaster, that's gonna be fun. We are so gonna ride this thing. We're so gonna ride this thing. Oh my god, this coaster, guys. This is the very first coaster I've ever built in Planet Coaster 1 back in the day. That was the only one you could unlock. I wanna go in now. Come on, let me ride the coaster. There was a way to just click me in. I need to click in. Hold on. I wanna jump in this coaster now. Where do I need to click? Do I need to go back here? And then, oh, sit down. There you go. Now we have it. Okay, I'm not meant to go onto the coaster. But this coaster over here has been the very first coaster ever available in a Planet Coaster Alpha back in 2016. 2016, 15, I don't even know. And I did some very, very weird shenanigans with this one. Not gonna lie, that was horrendous what I did. I did build one coaster that went through Times Square in New York, but the Times Square is not looking as great as you would think it was. So here we go, yay, kids ride. Again, this is a theme going on for today's tour, but these are the things I just forget to do. And I'm not sure why, but these are the things that make a theme park an actual theme park. Yes, of course it's boring for the likes of us, but if I'm thinking of my little daughter, who is becoming more and more capable of... Can I just get out here? Close? Okay, now one-time escape is doing the trick. But yeah, she's about to be able to go on very tiny coasters in the very near future. So I'm very much looking forward to that as well, and seeing her enjoy it, like more so than me. Seeing her enjoy it is something I'm looking forward to. So these things are necessary. These things are needed. So, despite the fact you can clearly see that there's a lot of work to still be done for Aston, and, you know, he also didn't say it's a full park, you know. The reason why I'm still calling this one of the best parks is something else we're going to talk about. But look at the saloon here. Oh, wait, hold on. This should be a restaurant. It's not? Can I... Is that all fake to just make me look inside of it? Oh, boy, did you really go that far, Aston, to just be... Oh, you sneaky guy, you did. That is fantastic. There's this mine train / adventure coaster. I'm not even sure how that is called, but this is the coaster that we got with the adventure pack back in the day, and some very cool moving objects. I remember when I made this magical gate then back in the day to fit this coaster in. That was the most painful thing ever to be done in the old game with the old way to use the sequencer. That was as I said, the biggest. Oh my god, look at that. This is so Haunted Mansion. And this is one of the best depictions of it I've seen in this game so far. Oh god, that looks so good. Is there actually a ride-in? I mean, this just screams for the Omnimover. Let's have a look. Like, usually you go in here and then you've got the queue. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly how it is. And then it goes in. And then... Oh boy, no, there's not the... Oh! Okay, never mind. I did not see it. We are just thinking about this as if there's the Omnimover in here. okay. Got it. Like, there's another restrooms, which, again, copying them over is fully fine, because apparently that is very efficient to do, and, you know, it's such a big park that... So, okay, but now we have to check out how we can get to the different rides. We totally skipped the... Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna fly over, because I'm totally lost. Where am I? So this is Wilderness Springs, and we took the right side route through the Enchanted Forest, and then we ended up here. But where we need to go is to this one. So where's the entrance? There you go. This is where the entrance... Oh, it's not connected. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna take the entrance nevertheless. And we go to the Brainstormer. Brainstormer, 20 minutes from over here. Your flight experience. Experience a family-friendly flight into a drop into fulfilled twists and turns. The Barnstormer speeds up to 66 kph and is the perfect adventure for... wait. Wouldn't that be... Whatever. I'm confused because of the writing of kph. Because it should... This is the German writing, is it? Anyways. Perfect for families to embark on together. From 126 centimeters. Actually, this is a very... I mean, these are the realistic values. And my little daughter, she's 104. So we are getting closer, guys. We're getting closer. I think this summer, maybe. She's actually wanting to, because she sees me playing the game all the time. So apparently she's getting more and more into it. And she's like, I want to ride a coaster as well, Daddy. I want to do that. So fun. There's all hovering over here. It's like a very floaty queue. I mean, I know the struggle. You should definitely need to put like all the mulch below. And not sure, maybe that was because of the changes. The mulch was changed as a piece, so maybe they got deleted then. Oh, hold on, I need to sit down, clicking in here. Yes, I made it immediately. Look how good. I'm getting better at that. So, can we move? Can we start? Because there's not so many people. I'm almost willing to say let's test, because I guess it's gonna take a while until everyone is there. Start test. There you go. I'm just gonna skip the issue. Hold on. No, wait. Oh yeah, it's just sitting me and leaving people out. Hello. Let's get going. You can see I'm a very patient person. There you go. Push that thing away. Let's get going. And I'm gonna go quicker up here because I'm a very, very patient person. I'm just gonna look around. Ooh, looking good. Looking good. There you go. Look at that. Yee-hoo! Whee! That's very gentle. Very gentle. Very gentle going down. Very nice effect going into a zigzaggy. It's not even an inversion. Going bang, slightly over bang. Very nice. Again, slightly over. Oh, actually 90 degrees. Not even over banged. And then we go here. Around that corner. Very, very nice indeed. Very, like, a very good flow. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. There is the maintenance shed over here. Yeah, I'm a fan of this ride, guys. This is a very neat little family ride. Come fly the Barnstormer, your first flight experience only at Cedar Cove. Ooh, love it. So, oh my god, this custom little airplane over here with the guy in there. You have a funny head. Maybe you bumped the wall too often and then you're there. Okay, but this is a dead end, so actually let's put in our stamina again and wait, hold on. What do I get from here? Oh, there is the staircase going down. Okay, so this is how we get here. Okay, so I will say now, in the pool area, I didn't mind the overall layout so much. I didn't mind that, but in here, I know why Aston says he needs to work on a layout, at least for the pathing. There needs to be a lot of connections to not get lost as I am getting lost over here. Oh boy, this thing is rather popular. And let's go follow King Coaster over here. This is where we've been at the beginning. And I want to go the other way to not miss out on anything. Yes, the tourist... I did not know this guy is doing that. I say that I didn't want to do such a long tour, but now I'm doing it because the park is so humongous already. But yeah, Grizzly Gulch Station. Okay, so this is here. There you go, Grizzly Peak Mine. This is where I wanted to go. So, lovely little bit here. Lovely little bit. Stand by, 15-minute approx waiting time. I don't have that much time. I'm just going to skip the queue again. I'm just going to skip it again. Again, very neatly done of having this kind of almost pre-show area. Boy, these buildings. Aston! They are... Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, they almost like... it almost is painful to look at it that there's no one around here to look at them. It's just such a lost area for them. I mean, later on it may become a bit more kind of cluttered over here and maybe busy when you put like a restaurant or so here. But it's almost too... Ah. Lodging hotel is there. What's that? The Saddleback Springs Hotel. Rooms from 150 a night. Gosh, you need to put like one room needs to be in there and like with a lot of Easter eggs. Anyways, we go into the coaster. Oh, hold on. I was fooled into a non-functioning area, right? Yes, I was. Dude. This is the train passing by. Yay! There you go. The Wilderness Springs Railroad. WSRR. Ooh, lovely little bit of realism like that. So apparently there's nothing in here. Why do I need to enter the coaster queue line? Did I miss it? No. Hold on. Where is the queue to this wonderful coaster? Let's see if we can find this. I saw that saloon earlier. So we didn't... Did we go here? I think we did go here, didn't we? Okay, I'm trying to find where the entrance is. We've been here because there is the Haunted Mansion. And I'm willing to find this, but I'm not sure where it is. Or is that maybe the entrance to that one too? No, it's not. Okay, hold on. Let's find the entrance real quick from flying over. Because how did I miss this? So there is the coaster, definitely. Is it not done yet, maybe? Because that apparently screamed to be the entrance. Oh, it's not fully done yet, so this is why. I still want to ride the coaster, though. Am I not allowed to? So this is where it goes all up. And then it goes down. Okay, well, I'm not going to ride it to not spoil anything for Aston. I mean, if you want to, you can get it yourself. But what we're going to do then is just quickly check out what we've done with this area over here, because I know there is the, again, yeah, there's the log flume. I love that one. I still remember when Aston had all these issues here with not being able to get rid of the water. I'm still so happy that I did not have the issue, but this coaster over here looks so good. Timberwolf's Revenge. Definitely want to ride that one now. Definitely want to ride that one. Let's quickly wait until the coaster is back in the station, because I must ride that one as the end of today's episode of the tour. And then I'm willing to give you a bit of an idea why, despite all the work that still needs to go into that one, that's what it just feels so wrong to say that. But I mean, apparently there is work to be done. If you want to finish that project, then it definitely needs to be done. Whoops, there was my son who just needed a little bottle of milk. Wonderful milk. We will jump into the coaster now and go and have a little ride on this wonderful coaster. This time it shouldn't be the biggest issue to get it filled in. There's a lot of people queuing for that one. So it means that this one is a bit of a more popular ride in this wonderful park. Yeah, it's so good. I should do these tours more often. You let me know in the comments if you like me doing more tours. And if you have some suggestions in this, you can do. Like, there's a reason why I'm not doing that many tours. I still feel like making videos off of it it's not cheap, I know, and people most likely love seeing these creations, but I always feel bad making videos off of other people's work. Like, I know, again, that most people like it. I mean, hell, even I like it if other people do tour my parks. It's not that, it's just like, it's a weird feeling thing. Look at the backstage area here of the Haunted Mansion. He definitely has something planned with that one. Woo! There we go. Oh, that's a good turn. It stays in banked and then go over here. Has a subtle left-right wiggle. Like it. I like it. I'm gonna go through here. Pacing is good. Pacing is actually great. That was a bit tight to the head room. Just some heads were being chopped here, but it's okay. It's okay. I think 80% heads are still left, so that's a good ratio. We should be fine. Oh, double down is good. Double down, yay! And then we go over here, wonderful, and damn, into a very tight area around here, and then, oh, lovely, that's been it. Okay, let's jump out of this one, and actually, this time around, we're just jumping out of the whole thing, and having a look at this wonderful area from above. I'm not going to look into the log flume, as you can see, because it's not fully done. I like the way how Aston, though, is focusing on the most important bits first, and he's clearly had an idea of how Legend of Thunderfall should look at the start. And this is where I want to start my little laudatio, is that even what you would say, to Aston's build here, and why I think this is the best park. There are a couple of reasons to it. Let me go all the way over here and get ourselves fly over here very slowly, so we can take this wonderful flyover as a bit of an outro. So let's just, this is still too quick. Let's get my, yeah, well, this is still too quick. I just need to be a bit more careful, and you gotta wait here with me. No, that is way too quick. This is so sensitive. There you go. Now we're moving very slowly. This is exactly the speed we needed. Now, why is this such a gorgeous park, and why is it so good despite the many things that need to be fixed? And that's, by no means meant anything negative. I know how painful this is, and I myself love to hide some things that I'm too lazy to do, so that is all good. But the biggest reason I want to start with, it may not be the biggest overall reason, but one of the biggest reasons is the choice of the map. I think this adds so much. The river on the left-hand side adds so much to the map. I have not even expected it. I always go for like the centric, very huge maps, that give me the chance to work with it the best way possible. But then you lack actually the context of your environment. And this environment over here screams Wilderness Springs. It's such a good usage. And again, that shows that I wish that we will get different types of maps, like having maybe a beachside map or like a proper riverside map where we can even utilize the river as being, or like maybe the river actually is a spawn point. You maybe have like a pier or so as a spawn point. Just like get that bit more realism, that it feels embedded in the world and not being somewhere in the middle of nowhere and just magically people get there. I think this is great. The other thing that I want to emphasize is the way how Aston separated the two things, like the water park, including the hotel on the one hand side, and the theme park on the other hand. I think that works absolutely beautiful. I think this adds so much to the idea of Planet Coaster 2, of it becoming a complete new area. And area, I mean, in two things. Like, one, the actually physical area, as you can see over here, an additional area, but also the other area of the park where you're talking about the water park and the idea of a hotel. And hopefully we'll get hotels one day, maybe not even one day, but maybe within this year with all the upcoming updates. I think there's a fair chance to have them. And then you can add these things properly. So Planet Coaster goes from a theme park to more of a resort kind of style. And I know that people do want to have like maybe animals in the future too and so on, but let's first of all focus on what we have, okay? So let's have a theme park and a water park, and maybe in the near future kind of a partying area, a hotel area, who knows? But you know, Aston already did a fantastic job. If we turn around slowly and have a look, he kind of already incorporated that idea. So we have some of the lodges in here in the back. Like, if we look at that a bit better, you can't see my cursor, so I'm just going to fly over there. So there are some lodges very nicely done. Then apparently we have our huge hotel with some smaller slides in here too. And then if you turn around, you have all these kind of roadside things over here with like the bumper cars and some of the diners and so on. And they all give the idea of that becoming also a party area at some point. Maybe you have some off-site things. If the park is closed down, that would be a thing that could happen. I don't know, but this is why I think this is so strong. And last but not least, and this is what we've also seen with the log flume that's not done yet, or with the minecart or cart, whatever coaster that is, the ability that Aston uses to build themes first before he goes and finishes it all is so cool. He has that very clear idea in mind how it should look and how it is featured in the park, and how it just kind of becomes a bit of a weenie on its own to drag the people to it, and making, oh my god, this hill over there in the back looks a bit like Voldemort. Sorry, I was going distracted, but that's such a Voldemort kind of hill. Okay, so I'm sorry, Aston, but you need to maintain this as a face now. I don't know why that happened. My brain just did this. Now, back to the park. Aston, absolutely wonderful work. I feel like the way you incorporate all of that, I'm just seeing that this is meant to be like a little river even over here that just is then feeded into this way. Again, this is, you know, something I don't like that much either, but like I would love to be able to connect them to the proper river. It just gives us the idea of being actually, and you can't even see what's there, but like it just feels like way more realistically embedded into an actual area. You know, if we fly up a bit more, you can see there's even more water supposed to be, and then from the sky, it all looks, oh gosh, it looks so believable and so gorgeous. And honestly, I thought it was bigger than it actually is, and also it still is a lot more big than I thought it was going through. So that shows you the size of this game. People were still claiming that the maps and so on are too small. I don't really think they are, and I don't really buy into that, because you can tell how much you can fit in even this map over here, which is not even the biggest, and it just works, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. I love it. And yeah, there's so much praise in here because it just shows what the game is capable of. And honestly, and this may actually be my biggest surprise of the tour, is that you can also have such a crazy performance. And also, let's just double check. Maybe I forgot to get out of the NVIDIA deal list. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, but maybe let's go back to TAA and see what that does if the park still runs. Okay, I'm still at I'm still at over 60 FPS in here. That is ridiculous. It does look a little bit better now. I do admit. That's a shame. I should have shown the whole tour, and it doesn't really change that much. It's a bit sharper. It's a tiny bit sharper, but apart from that, it just looks the same. Oh god, yeah, but you're still over 60 FPS. Are you kidding me? I mean, I do have a powerful rig, but still, oh god, jeez. I can't help, but this looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna have a hard time choosing the thumbnail, I tell ya. This is gonna be hard, but I think this area over here sells it the most for me, with like the main street and like, what, main street-esque area, I should say. The entrance, main plaza style, I don't know. Guys, it was a pleasure. Hopefully, Aston, you enjoyed my tour too. There is a lot of work to be done. I know you may, but you know, I know that you have ideas and that you want to fill it all in, and you know, from every now and then you're ripping things apart and just reassemble them. And I wish you all the fun in the future with this. This is a gorgeous park. It's a gorgeous project. I hope you continue this way, and I can't wait to check it out in a couple months and see what has happened. But now, that's been it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. I certainly did enjoy it a lot. And now it's time to send you over to whatever video you want to watch. There should be now a suggestion for you, either on screen or on the right-hand side, or the mobile phone does it itself. I don't know. It's the magic of the algorithm, I guess. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you in the next one, and goodbye.